Good morning. For this assignment, you will be practicing the rest of your compositions. Transformations. Right. So again, we have vertical and horizontal shifts, which add or subtract a certain value, and then we have reflections and dilations, which multiply by a certain value. So for this assignment, first you'll be practicing reflections and dilations, and then you'll have some functions where it will be multiple transformations. So I'm going to work through this first one with multiple transformations. But first, just to go over the assignment, first, there's some where it's either reflections or dilations. So you're multiplying by a value here. Same thing for this one and this one down here. So 3 questions like that. Then there'll be 2 with multiple transformations, right? Notice this one only has 2 transformations, but the last one had 3. All right. So I'm going to go over how to do multiple transformations. So first, remember to do dilations or reflections first. Then I suggest applying the shifts, right? Especially you have to do dilations before doing the vertical shift. Otherwise, it will not work correctly. So first, I just write down each of the transformations. So first, I say reflect by -1. Then I say, okay, then I'm going to shift, let's see, it's -3. So that's a shift to the right 3. And then it's +4, so it's a shift up 4. So we're gonna have to apply each of these in order. So, okay, so this is a quadratic. You could even write that down, quadratic function. So let's see, important points. So how I like to do this is I list the parent function points vertically. Okay, 1, 1, and 2, 4. And I'll list all of them. -1, 1, and -2, 4. All right. So let's see, reflect by -1. Well, we multiply the y value by 1. Okay, that's still 0. Shift right 3, so +3 to the x value, and shift up 4, so +4 to the y value. Okay, then this point, again, multiply the y value by -1, so we get 1, -1, +3 to the x value, so we get 4, -1. Then +4 to the y value, so that's 4. Remember, we're going from the previous one, so we add 4. So it's 4, 3. -1 + 4 is 3. Same thing here. Multiply y by -1, get 2, -4. Add 3 to x, so we get 5, -4. Then add then we add 4 to y. Same thing here, -1, 1. Reflect by -1, so we get -1, -1. Shift right 3, so we get 2, -1. And shift up 4, we get 2, 3. And -2, 4. Again, reflect by -1, so we get 2, -4. Right 3, so we get 1, -4. Then up 4, so 1, 0. Those are important points. And all that's left is our domain and range, because there's no asymptote here. So for domain, again, it's only, so we shift it right 3, but it's all real numbers, so it stays all real numbers. Our range, remember, is 0 to infinity. So reflecting won't change it, but shifting up 4 will, so it becomes 4 to infinity, okay? And then when we graph out our points, we'll see if domain and range match the graph. So again, it's these final values over here. All right, so we take those final values and we graph them out, and we should see the outline of a quadratic function. So we have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 0. Oh, hold on. As I started graphing, I realized I didn't do the range correctly. Well, I'll finish graphing out these points, 2 and 3, and 1 and 0. And then I just connect the dots, and we have our parabola. And so I did have an error. Of course, the domain is still all real numbers. That all real numbers will stay that value, but I made a mistake here. This is not 4 to infinity. This is negative infinity to 4. So let me rewrite that. So when I said that the reflection doesn't affect that, that's not really correct. So since it's originally 0 to infinity, right? When it gets reflected, remember, it becomes negative infinity to 0. And then when we add 4, it becomes negative infinity to 4, right? So that's you do have to double check your answers, right? And that is our range, right? It goes from negative infinity to 4. Everyone see that? So the domain is all real numbers on both ends, and then the range goes from negative infinity to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is, and again, it is a reflected parabola. Notice the vertex is 3 to the right and 4 up. So we did our transformations correctly. And again, these apply to any of the functions that we've gone over. All right. So I hope that all made sense and you could follow each step. Again, there's all these numbers because each step is applying one of the transformations until we get our final important points. Okay. All right. Very good. So just do your best. Please ask if you have any questions, attend tutoring, review the notes, and I will talk to you next time. All right. Have a good rest of your day.